Good afternoon, educators. Thank you for bearing with us. We had a little tech issue, a little tech glitch. So thank you again for joining us for our virtual summit. My name is Tanya Hyatt. I am a senior marketing manager here at eDynamic Learning and former teacher. And I'm excited to share another fantastic session about how it is that we are transcending beyond our classroom walls into a virtual environment. The title of this particular session is How to Utilize Online CTE Curriculum and Demonstrate and Assess Learning Remotely. So I'm excited to introduce to you Terry Cass. Terry has been a CTE cosmetology instructor in Illinois at Lake County Tech Campus for over 20 years. She's also serves as a district's technology team and acts as a peer mentor for childcare and CNA instructors. She presents at Institute Days and CTE conferences and loves the overwhelming rush and excitement of preparing and delivering a presentation. She is currently pursuing her master's degree in leadership education and is proud empowered educator for eDynamic Learning, acting as an advisory member. So some of you did chat in some questions earlier when you're registering for this workshop. If time permits, because that time goes by very fast, then I will field a couple of questions over to Terry. Because of the amount of people that are on the lines today, just remember that we're all in mute, but I want you to know that you still can communicate with us. You can use that questions panel off into the GoToWebinar control panel section to communicate any questions. And like I said, if time permits, I'll field out a couple of questions, but if we do happen to run out of time, just know that somebody will be responding to you. So with that being said, without further ado, Terry, I am going to send controls over your way and take it away.
I can't get it to move. Oh, there we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am so pleased, proud, and honored to be here with you today, and I hope that it'll be a very wonderful learning experience for you. We're going to be talking about, I am a classroom cosmetology CTE instructor. My typical day is one-on-one with my students, working one-on-one, hand-on-hand, and doing actual demonstrations and learning and engaging with everybody. I am a blended learning teacher, and now, just as you do, I had to flip into a flipped classroom where everything is virtually online. And then I was like, oh no, what do I do? Well, I figured it out right away. I seamlessly went right into it. And what I have discovered is I can continue to teach hands-on through Backwards by Design. I show through videos how to do a hands-on project, my expectations, and the downfalls and the things to look out for the students. The students practice, they collaborate with me, they show me videos, they create videos, and they turn the videos in. So now we're in a 100% virtual environment, and you have to have a platform, and you can use the eDynamic Learning Buzz, you can use the Google Classroom or Schoology, and you need curriculum. I have online curriculum, and I'm also using the EDL digital curriculum. I do live demonstrations. We collaborate with each other, our students daily. Students can ask questions, and they can present videos to say, am I doing this right? Is this how you want it? And then we can go from there. So it's a very different type of learning now. So it all starts with me. I have to make videos at home, and I upload my videos into Google into the YouTube. Then I take them and put them into Google Classroom or into my platform. So there's really 4 buckets that we're looking at. We're looking at the eDynamic Learning, the Buzz, the LMS platform, or the we're looking for Google Classroom, somewhere where you can push information out and receive information from your students. You can do this through iPhone, laptop, desk computer, Chromebook, and even the telephone, the phones that the students have. You do need a camera with a microphone. I use my iPhone a lot, my Android a lot, and I also use my laptop computer. Then after you create your video, then you upload it to YouTube. You have to have a YouTube account. And I have on the bottom right here a step-by-step tutorial on how to create a YouTube account and upload your video. YouTube is really good. They have tutorials there and helplines that you could do as well. Then you create your video. You have to have an app on your phone, and you can see the YouTube app in the on the far left one. This is my phone. And after you create your video, you're going to allow the YouTube to take pictures or interact with your phone. And then you want to press the record button. If you do that stream button or live button, you're live. So you have to be really, really careful because then everybody can see you. I always do the record and then I upload it from there. So we have to look at the difference of landscape versus portrait. When you have a straight up and down phone in your videotaping, I believe that the picture is not so good. It's a little bit smaller. And when my students submit it to me and they're showing me that vertical mode, I'm really getting close to the computer and looking at it to see if I can, what the important information that I'm looking for. So I always try to stay into the landscape mode where you can really get the big picture of what is happening. So then after you create your video, you want to upload your instructional video to the YouTube, and there is YouTube support, so you can ask questions there. And then remember, I did have the technicals for you down there as well. And you want to upload your video. If you push go live, you are going to go live, and the whole world is going to see you. So it's real important that you upload it. When you are going to finalize your video, make sure that you have, you click a little checkbox that says anybody with this link can view the video. If you say everybody in the world can view it, then everyone can get to your video. So just be really careful about that. This is my platform that I use. I use the EDL Agilix Buzz. And what I like about it is I can make it mine. I can change it a little bit. I can like where you can see CAS AM cutting edge, I put that in there. All of the learning material, CTE material that I have is all uploaded in there already. It comes to me with a cosmetology program, and it has so many other programs that it could be woodworking, it could be CNA, it could be policing. There's a lot of different programs in this course, and this is what I like about it. My students are currently, they went through all of the cosmetology and now they're into entrepreneurship and they're learning how to build a business and the downfalls of that as well. So they're doing that. What I like about this also is I can also put my own videos into it, upload my own videos into this, and any messages that I want to put out to the students as well. So that's a pretty nice thing to have. But it could be any platform, but this is the platform that I use. So when I want to upload a message and create assignments in my LMS platform, I go to the editor tool, and that lets me upload any assignments or assessments or discussions, or make it my way, put my stuff in there. I could attach files, I could do handouts, I could do rubrics for whatever I'm looking for. So this is a very, very nice tool to have in this program. Then I like to create my assignments. The first thing I do is I put my video lesson in there. And again, I do go backwards by design. So that way the students can see what my expectations are, what I believe that this demonstration should look like, and then they can model after it. So it's for my students to see, plus I have rubrics in there, and I can put my rubrics in there. So I'm completely transparent as to what my expectations are in my lesson. After that, I want to make sure that I have clear expectations there for the students that I say, if you do this, you will receive this grade. If you do this, you will receive that grade. And that goes along with the rubrics. So that way the students can see it and they feel more at ease. And again, I allow my students to email me or send me videos so I can assess them, pre-assess them, and help them. So the students can turn in videos and they can turn in, they can type in their assignment. They can just talk to me if they want to. This is really nice for the students with the 504 plans or the special needs students that don't feel real good putting their face on the camera. Maybe they just want to put their voice in there, and they can do up to a 3-minute voice recording or a 3-minute video on there, or they can actually type in there when they're turning their assignments in as well. So it really, really works well for all of my special population students too. I also make sure that the students can see their rubrics, that the grading is very transparent so they know exactly what I'm going to do and how it's going to work. When the students turn in their videos, they had multiple chances to interact with me and to ask those questions. I also work through the Remind app, so we have a lot of information going back and forth in that as well. When I do the grading and the student feedback, I have the option that I can also do a video, or I can do a voice recording, or I can type in my student feedback. And then what's really nice is down in the bottom right, there's a private note area. If I have students with 504s or special needs, I can put notes down in there so that way they're notes to me and the student doesn't see what the notes happen to say. And the rubrics are real important again, so that way the students can work very closely, know what they're, or expect to see what their grade is going to be. So reiterating everything that you would need to work in a flipped classroom, to work backwards by design, to create videos and have your students create videos and submit them to you, is you definitely need a platform, whether it's Google Classroom, eDynamic, Buzz, Schoology, a platform where you can push information out to your students and your students can submit information, ask questions, and is relatively easy to navigate. So that way your students are at ease and you're at ease and comfortable within that environment. You do need a camera, you need a microphone, whether it's on your iPhone, laptop, computer, Chromebook, desktop, or whatever, you still need that to make sure that you can do your videos. And the YouTube account, upload to YouTube, make sure your settings are on anyone with the link. But if you want everyone in the world to have it, then I don't want anyone to have mine. Then put it that way. And then again, you want to have a helpful guide, support materials, so you can work with your students and any stakeholders that need to know how to do this in the YouTube and that kind of thing. So I am working in a 100% virtual environment. I have EDL digital curriculum that I work with. I also incorporate my own curriculum into it. I put my videos, daily message from Mrs. Cass, every day to my students, and expectations, clear expectations, and rubrics and everything else like that. Do live demonstrations. I collaborate with my students on a daily basis. They might ask a question through typing. They might verbal the question through a recording, or they might videotape themselves. I have some video stars that really like it. And then student demonstrations, and I use it for virtual assessments as well. So at this time, if anybody has any questions, I do believe we have a little bit of time to answer some.
Perfect. Yes. Terry, thank you so much for that. There's so much that you can really do with the LMS, and actually a couple questions did come in. So I think we have time to squeeze them in. One of them was in terms of time frame. So do you try limiting the videos to a certain time frame? So I know that like every LMS has their own kind of restrictions on the file size and the duration of that. But do you, as a teacher, what do you do with that?
Absolutely. I don't want my videos to be any longer than 10 to 15 minutes. And the reason for that is I lose my students real fast. I mean, if they see a squirrel, they're off chasing the squirrel. So if I can say everything I need to say within that 10 to 15 minutes, I have a better chance of them comprehending what I did have to say.
That's perfect. Okay, that makes sense too. Absolutely. Terry, another question that came in was, is it difficult for instructors with low technology skills to learn to integrate these kind of tools? That's a really good question.
Well, what I have to say about that is find a good mentor. I'm a mentor at my school, and not only the people that I'm mentoring come to me, half the school comes to me and they ask me questions about how to do things. And find somebody that you feel very comfortable with that you can call up and go, hey, how do I do this? You know how to do it. Can you help me walk me through it? I believe that anybody that wants to learn how to work with technology will work with
Mm,
technology.
yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to take a little liberty here with this question. I'm going to actually I'm going to paraphrase a couple of themes together. Um, so in a nutshell, basically, do you feel like this type of assignment, because you are such a hands-on, type of curriculum, you're a cosmetology teacher, do you feel that one, kind of the theme is, do you feel like this could kind of correlate and work for other type of CTE instructing classes? And two, are you seeing student engagement with this, like feedback and stuff with the videos?
Right. I believe that any hands-on CTE instructor can do this through creating your own videos and having the students work independently at home. Right now is where we are. And I also am seeing students that are really enjoying this, that are stepping up, are making the videos, and are actually making that effort. Yes, I am having some that fell off the wagon,
Mhm.
but for the most part, I believe my students are excited about making the videos because this is their world. This is what they do.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. Well, there is a couple of other questions, but I think they're going to be a little complicated, and are really at time here. So I think for that, we're going to go ahead and end the session. For those couple of questions that I think are going to be a little bit more in depth, that I think Terry's going to need to kind of elaborate more on them, or do some feedback questions with you to get some more information in order to accurately give you an answer. I'm going to take those, we'll field them over to Terry, and then she can help to kind of answer them a little bit more in depth for you personally. So with that being said, I just want to thank you for joining. Thank you for bearing with us and with the tech issue too. I'm so glad that you guys could finally hear us and finally see everything. So thank you so much for that. And thank you for sticking with us. I guess technology is a part of the game, right? This is all a part of our world now. And thank you, Terry, for your exciting experience with this. This is really cool stuff about bringing that CTE hands-on learning into another virtual environment. I love this. So thank you for your expertise, your knowledge, your time this afternoon. If anybody else has any additional questions too that we didn't follow up with, feel free to reach out to us at hello@edynamiclearning.com. You are going to receive a survey afterwards too, and there is an opportunity for you to ask any additional questions in that survey too. You will also receive a recording of this in your follow-up email, as well as your certificate of participation. So thank you so much. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close out our session and say thank you to Terry again, and thank
And
you,
thank you, everybody.
educators.
Thank you.